Our towns desperately need sewer and water infrastructure investment in commercial corridors in order to continue to grow. What can you do as Senator to aid in this infrastructure?
Absolutely. You know this is something near and dear to my heart. I always go back to, what you know and where you live. I live in Hyde Park, one of the most historic towns in our county. And, I know I drive the governor crazy because every time I have somebody from his office call me, I always remind them about that at the end of the conversation. When the money that we were able to get for wastewater this year that a couple of our towns did benefit from, I believe it was $200 million, wasn't Hyde Park because we didn't have an existing sewer system. So it would be the other towns that had an existing sewer and municipal water that were able to utilize the funds. So that is something that I've been having conversations with Albany on. I've spoken to our local supervisor in Hyde Park to see what we can do, but I am working on that because you can't, I had a conversation with a constituent who didn't realize, he was blaming the town of Hyde Park for not filling our empty buildings. Joan Petitella, everybody that lives in Hyde Park, right? How many empty buildings do we have? It's not because of the leadership, it's because we don't have the sewer system. It's so vital. And then he got it, and I said, if we have the infrastructure, we increase our commercial tax base, which helps our residential taxes. So it's so important, and it is something that I am committed to working on. Thank you.
Anybody in this room who's ever tried to get a grant from the state government or help with funding any type of program for your infrastructure in the state government knows how difficult it is. It's like participating in the Hunger Games. It is this competitive process that forces you to compete with your neighboring community over whether you're more deserving than they are of the money. Why is it that we're doing this? Isn't it important that every single community have clean drinking water? Isn't it important that we take care of our natural resources and make sure that we have appropriate wastewater systems? Why is it that when the highway department in my town, in Rhinebeck, goes to repair broken water pipes, they still dig up wooden pipes every now and then? Because that's how they used to do it, apparently, and apparently we're still doing it that way because our state government has not taken the idea of investing in infrastructure seriously. And yet again, there is a shortfall. The state does not have enough money to do this, even though it's a completely no-brainer thing to do. We should not be allowing our communities to be in a place where they're jeopardizing their drinking water. Newburgh, Hoosick Falls are two examples right around us where you can see what happens when you ignore the situation. Do we really want to be living here in Poughkeepsie and discover one day that we can no longer drink our drinking water ever because it's contaminated, because we haven't taken care of it? Do we really think that we can build a strong economy where people don't have clean drinking water to drink? Do we really think we can build a strong economy if we continue to pollute the Hudson River with these broken wastewater systems? No. Nobody wants to live or work in a place where you can't drink the water. Nobody wants to live or work in a place where you can't swim in the river. It's just that simple, and it's time that New York State gets serious about this, and I look forward to being a leader on this issue.